Hi guys, welcome to today's special video. I am doing a little voiceover because I created a little special slideshow for you guys since it is my 1 year crochet anniversary. Well, at this time I'm posting it, it'll be my 1 year crochet anniversary, so I'm super excited to go over the slideshow with you and show the pictures of like the entire past year since I started crocheting. When I first started crocheting back in June 2020, I was learning how to teach myself the basic stitches, the single crochets, half double crochets, the circles, and all that stuff. I recommend Bella Coco on YouTube because her tutorials, I learned pretty much everything, all the basic stuff I need to learn on her channel. It's really amazing. I love her tutorials so much. And these are the couple of swatches that I made at the time. And I made a bunch of little swatches, like square swatches. And then I would make like several circles as well just to practice the rounds and getting my basic shapes. And yeah, that was really enjoyable. I was doing that for like a couple of weeks before I moved on to my first project, which is a water bottle holder, because I needed something to hold my water bottle at night since the water does kind of drop while it's cooling down from the freezer. So yeah, I created the sleeve for my bottle. First project ever. I was so impressed with myself. Oh my gosh, I went on Reddit and I like posted that thing and I was just so happy, like okay, after that I was like, okay, my guy friend's birthday is coming up. I was like, I gotta create a Scooby-Doo amigurumi. This guy is like obsessed with Scooby-Doo. I was like, I have to crochet him something Scooby-Doo. So I made little Scooby, my very first amigurumi. It's a little bit wonky and I knew that too, but that was the best I could do at the time and I was pretty impressed with myself. First ever amigurumi. So those are like two photos right there, two angles of Scooby. So yeah, that was pretty fun to do. Sewing was definitely hard for a first time beginner but I think I managed to pull through eventually. This was my next project. It was supposed to be a bear. I wanted to create like a little cute gray bear with different colored limbs, the ears, arms, legs. But the yarn I was using is like polyester and it was like really tough yarn. Like the yarn was really stiff and it wasn't really good to make amigurumi out of. Tension was also off at the time and it ended up looking more like a mouse. I didn't really like it very much, but I finished it anyways. Moving on, I wanted to create dolls for sure, so I started practicing creating base bodies of the Weeby doll. So that's the standard doll, the standard Weeby, and the little Weeby right there. Very wonky. I ended up tearing up the standard Weeby because I was not happy with it. Didn't do that one for a while because it's honestly a lot of work. So here's my first Mikus. This is what they used to look like before I fixed her up a ton. It took so many trial and error, and I even changed the skin color twice. The very first one, which is in this photo, she looks dead. At least that's what my cousin tells me. She looks like a zombie because I used like this sort of cream color. It didn't give the dolls life. It didn't really give them like living color. They look dead to me now that I actually look back and see that. And the bangs, they were also kind of all over the place. The body was really wonky and all that stuff, but I had fun. I enjoyed making Miku and I made her so many times because people loved her so much. Here's a picture of Sakura Miku when I first started making Sakura Miku. Lots of yarn everywhere. I was still learning how to attach the bangs, figuring it all out, the hairs. Oh my gosh, it was honestly so much work at this time and I enjoyed crocheting so much. For the first few months it was like crazy addiction. I mean, I still crochet a lot now, but like I would bring it to the stores and I would be like crocheting my Miku doll everywhere. At some point in October I wanted to create like a little cute Halloween type of doll, so I decided to freehand for the first time because it's been several months since I started already. I was like, let me just try to make my own doll. So I created this little spoopy Neko girl, created a little pumpkin outfit for her, which I also used from Laura Teg's Halloween outfit pattern, and I just kind of changed some of the colors on the body. Spoopy Neko girl, which my family didn't really like that much. I mean, I still kind of like her, but that's my very first original doll. And now this photo, oh my gosh, since I took this photo I gotten a lot of attention for it. I mean, it wasn't that much, but like it was enough to keep me really motivated to create more dolls, and I think it looks so good. I'm so impressed with myself. That Miku right there, that one is the one that I still have, and she just looks really great in photos. She looks like she's like a model or something, and I really am so happy with how she turned out. This Miku right here, this is the one I used for my thumbnail for the time-lapse video, and oh my gosh, I think this one is like the best Miku photo that I've taken. This Miku is not actually mine anymore. I give this one away to somebody else. My gosh, I think she looks so good in this photo. I don't know how I took the photo, but I'm honestly so impressed. For somebody who doesn't take really good photos, this one, really impressed with myself, and I made this one back in September. And here's like a photo of my desk when it's like really messy. This was like the beginning stages. I had yarn everywhere. I got my stuff all over the place. And at the time I had like little doll risers on top of like a wooden lap desk, which I like kept on the table right there because I only had a few dolls at the time, and they were just kind of like on little risers. I was already collecting trays. No, this was before I started collecting trays. I had an acrylic stand that I was using at the time before I found out about the Target trays. And then here's a photo of like a bunch of yarn cakes when I was like spending this one night just creating a ton of yarn cakes because I was so sick of like collecting the yarn skeins. So I made a bunch of cakes there. And here is October 2020. Again, at this point, I've now started collecting the trays, and this is like the very beginning of like stacking my dolls and how it started to grow from here on, which is really cool. And here's another angle of my table when it's a little bit more tidy, and I think it just looks so cool how everything just expands. So here's another random photo of like keychains. This is the very first time I've ever made keychains. I made an alpaca and I made a cactus because my friend's aunt wanted a commission, so I made her these. Here's another angle of the doll risers. From the beginning you could tell like I have like a lot of stuff underneath the table, and I was like so grossed out with looking at all of my stuff, and I just wanted to clear everything up. It is so hard to work when you got stuff everywhere. Same thing with the next photo over here. Stuff is just everywhere. And I worked like this for a long time, you know. I was just not happy with the workspace. I had nowhere to take my photos. Everything was just cluttered. I felt like I had like no room. And there was also a little chair in that corner right there where my sister was working on perler beads at the time. But yeah, stuff was everywhere. And I actually have like a plastic bag on that table, which is actually my Halloween candy, I believe. I don't really keep food on my desk anymore. That's a no-no. Here's another picture of the Promised Neverland collection. I decided to add my dolls in with my figures because I thought they were like so cute and add to the collection, but they're obviously on the risers now because I like to see all my dolls together and grow together. Another shot of my desk before, super messy for so long. And then at one point I decided to switch things up, move my dolls all the way back to my brown bookcase. But I didn't like that because all my dolls were covered up, but I guess I needed the space at the time. And here are all of my other figures as well. Another angle of my super cluttered desk. At this time I was trying to figure out how to make Naruto. So this was like November, trying to figure out how to create Naruto and all this clutter. It just never went away for a while. This is one of my commissions from my cousin. He wanted me to create a doll of his karate master, and this is what the final outcome looks like. I had my aunt wrapped it up with all the goodies inside of it, and then my doll is there. Oh my gosh, I'm honestly so happy to be able to create something like this and gift it to somebody. It looks so good. Kind of like one of those things that you would find like at the grocery store where like all the candy's like kind of wrapped up inside of it, and then you would give it as like a gift. I think it's so cute. Honestly, really proud of myself. And you can see why when I make these things as gifts and such, it gives me like more motivation to continue crocheting. So here's another one where I turned 22. I have like a banner of my Vietnamese name on there, and then I have like a doll circle that I created, and the final picture is on the right side. Here's another angle of that, and desk got messy super quickly. Soon afterwards, everything was just piling on my desk, piling on the table that I had next to me. It was crazy. Here's a picture of my dog with my dolls. She doesn't really touch my stuff. I just kind of had her on there because I wanted to take a selfie. And then at one point I had my desk set up like this, which honestly looks kind of scary. I didn't really like having all of the phone stands and the mic stands right there. And then I had like a tablet there. My doll collection was still really small at the time, but it was growing. So here's December 2020. This is where things really started moving. All of my dolls are getting together. And while I was at it, I also wanted to make a new base body. So this was the beginning of my Ninky base body. When I brought it to work, I would crochet. This was the beginning process. Here's another shot of my desk with a bunch of yarns while I was working on my Ninky doll. Here's another angle of all the yarns, bunch of stuff. It's like so satisfying. It's like, I don't know, I guess it's a beautiful mess. I just love looking at my desk being all cluttered, but I don't enjoy the feeling. It feels terrible. It just looks really nice on photos. I guess it's like chaos. Here's a picture of a before and after Gordon when I fixed him up. See, I had like a first and second attempt at creating Gordon doll, and I like to share a lot of these on my Instagram stories. So if you don't follow me there already, you can go ahead and follow me there. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that I don't show in my YouTube videos. Here's March 2021. Back in March, I uploaded a video using this photo in the thumbnail that has my most watched videos so far, and I'm pretty proud of it. Like, I love how this picture looks. It looks very bright. I don't know, something about the sun at the time just made everything look so cool, I guess. And my desk was a bit cleared up too. I decided to clear things up, take that photo. Here's a progress photo of me creating my Black Clover doll. And I had some extra space at the time with the risers. It was really fun. I was listening to music, just jamming away and working on my dolls. Here's another angle of that same doll. Photo of April. Things are really moving along now. And keep in mind, I was working all of this while I was at my job. So it was a lot. I was like trying to rush, going to work, try to finish what I can, and hopefully I have enough time so that way I can go home and crochet my dolls. Sometimes I would bring my dolls to work and try to find time in between when like clothes are drying and I can just crochet a bit of the pieces just to get ahead. Here's another one. Here's April 19th when I created my standard Weeby doll and I just have her on the side right there. She looks kind of odd, like she stands out a little bit too much. Here's May. I created my Ninky dolls. I posted that. I got the patterns up. So if you want to know how to make one or how to do like Ninky doll hairstyles, it's going to be in the description box below. And this leads up to the end of May where I made my video and I put all of my dolls on my desk. I don't know what I was thinking. I guess I just wanted to do something different. Now I'm going to be switching back to real time today. Hi guys, welcome back to the present day clip. So this is what my current desk looks like. As of right now, I have created 51 Weeby dolls. In the video, you're gonna see 50 little Weeby dolls because I have not uploaded the video yet. The progress video will be coming out next, so no spoilers for that one, but yeah, total 51 right now. When I upload this tomorrow, it's gonna be 1 year since I started crocheting, and I can't believe how far I've gotten within a year, which is really, really incredible. I made 5 Ninky dolls, 2 tentacles, 1 standard Weeby doll, which is right there in that corner. I am about to make my 52nd doll, so I got the yarns prepped right here, and I'll be working on that over the next few days. And I also finished up my doll request in the last Weeby doll video, so it will be coming up soon. And I got my Uzumaki book right there because I'm reading the manga, and I got all of this yarn stuff all right here. Quite messy as usual. It's not that bad as some of the other photos, but yeah, so far how do I feel? 1 year. This is amazing. Usually when I get into a hobby, I would like start it for like probably 6 months max before I switch out to another hobby, but I've been so motivated. I was able to keep myself motivated, build up this little YouTube community that I have for myself, which really, really happy. And I'm so close to 1K, so quite excited about that. I can't wait. The risers, we are moving on to the 4th row. As you can see, I have a little bit of spot in that corner that I need to buy a little bit more trays for. I can start moving on to the 5th, 6th row and so on. So yeah, it's been a very fun past year. Super awesome. I got so many dolls to create. So excited. Hopefully you guys will still be keeping up because I'm gonna be making a lot more dolls within the next year. So yeah, if you watched this far, thank you guys so much for watching. I will be back with my next progress video. Bye!